Hello, it's great to have your company on the NPL live show. I'm Sirine Demachkie. Tonight I'm joined by NPL Men's 3 Matt Mayora, captain of the Rydermere Lions, and Fraser Park striker Peter Crevani. But first, let's have a look at the highlights from round 19 of the NPL Men's competition.
Manly United and Blacktown City faced off in the match of the round on Saturday night. Joey Gibbs had a lucky deflection to put his side ahead early. However, a brace from Dejan Panjurovic overcame the league leaders. That ends 7 on the trot for Blacktown City and are only 1 win ahead of RPL Leichhardt Tigers. Hakoah returned to Lambert Park for the first time since their Waratah Cup triumph and face a resilient Sydney FC. Gavin Ray misjudged the pass back to Buzanis to open the scoring for the opposite team. However, Jablonski got them back level, showing his value with a fine header. The Sutherland Sharks had the daunting task of heading down to Wollongong to face the Wolves. Simonowski welcomed them with 2 first-half goals, and when star Japanese import Yuzo Toshiro converted a penalty, any hope of a comeback was abandoned. Rockdale needed a win to stay at the pointy end of the ladder. However, it would not be easy against the resurgent Bonnyrigg White Eagles. The Eagles might have ruled themselves out of finals contention, but that doesn't mean they aren't playing good football, particularly their keeper Ryan Norval. It would take something special to get Rockdale over the line, and Alex Jurasevsky provided with a stunning strike. Parramatta are another side that won't be in the finals this year, but their round 19 opponent, Sydney United, is still very much in the hunt. They took advantage of some soft Parramatta defence and looked sharp, putting 5 goals on the board while also collecting a clean sheet. With Blacktown City losing against Manly, Arthur had the chance to gain ground on them on the ladder. However, Olympic would be no pushover, themselves hoping to stay in the top 5. Apia started well, captain David DiPuzzo bagging the team's first. Some great lead-up work by Corey Bixo delivered the second for Sean Simmons.
That is a beautiful goal!
Junior Ann would find some life for Olympic before the whistle, but it wouldn't be enough, going out 2-1 and dropping out of the top 5. That was around the Was.
There was a huge crowd at your blockbuster game against each other last weekend. How was the game?
Oh, it was good. Good entertaining game that we put for all the fans. I was quite tired after that. I don't know. No, but it was really good to see all the atmosphere. I know one of my mates, he had to park about 20 metres away just to get to the ground. So I haven't seen a crowd like that for quite a while. I'm not too sure if the NPL 1 comp gets a crowd like that, but it was good. It was good to play in front of something like that.
Good one.
It was awesome. Good night for football.
Great. Well, so on that, tell us about each of your teams following and the community that it creates.
Well, Fraser Park, obviously last year we got relegated, so we've been working very hard to get promoted. So that was our first loss in, I think, 18 games. So it's been a build-up to that game, and unfortunately we slipped up. But no, it's been great. The club's good. It's a great club, Fraser Park. They want to go places, and there's a job to be done, and we'll do it.
Good one.
Yeah. With Rydermere, we missed out by a couple of points last year. So this year's everyone's focused, not just the players, everyone outside of it that help the club, even the juniors that we support. So that's something that our juniors are our future. So this year is a whole different ballgame, and as you can see on the weekend, all the supporters they came out and to the game. So
great atmosphere.
It was actually really good.
Great atmosphere. Good one. Well, besides each other, who for you are the toughest or the hardest team to face in the NPL 3? Who would you say?
We've had some tough games. SD Raiders was a tough night. We scored in the last 5 minutes. They gave us a run for our money. But every game's tough. You can't just expect every game's going to be easy. You got to be just mentally focused and there for the 90 minutes. So I think none of the games, because if you slip up once,
it's true.
You
I
can't.
think everyone steps up against Rotherham and Fraser. Like, every game's a final for them when they play against us. So
Same thing in the first round as well.
Yeah, it's
It
true.
was a draw.
Yeah.
You guys scored, we scored for you, an own goal.
they all count. They all
Yeah,
count.
I know.
They all count.
But yeah.
Yeah. So there isn't really one in particular. It really is that game and who you're playing with. It's all right, good one. Well, last night, the Bankstown Berries and NPL 2 side surprised everyone by winning over the Metro Stars in the FFA Cup. Do you guys see the FFA Cup success for your two clubs in the future?
I'd love to see Fraser Park get through. We were very unlucky this year. We lost the game against a team from Wollongong that we should have won. And that was one of our goals. Unfortunately, we slipped up with that. But
I was going to say, why should you have won? What was a slip up?
Yeah, we went away one night and it was just a battle. Big pitch, and we just didn't play the conditions.
Wasn't
at
your
all.
night?
No, it wasn't. And I think it's something that both clubs I think would love to do because it gives exposure. And it's great, You saw the atmosphere that night we played; it was brilliant. I think the FA Cup will bring more of that. So one day.
Yeah, same with Rotherham. We got kicked out in the first round. We took it too easy with a Division 5 team. Like I said,
Your face.
like I said to you, you can't take every game.
Yeah.
They're a Division 5 team, but they actually gave us a bit of a spanking. So
Well, all bring their best,
That's
the
right.
way it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So who are your football heroes and what made you want to play football?
my dad and probably Enzo Francescoli. Probably know him, but he's a Uruguayan legend, and Alvaro Recoba as well. But my dad, he played the highest level back in Uruguay. So coming back from a background of South Americans, like you're either cook or you're
Or you play
soccer player,
football.
yeah. So you've only got two
Choice.
choices. So I just chose to follow my dad's and all my brothers as well. And yeah,
You love it. It's in the blood.
yeah, it's in the blood.
Cool. How about you? Peter?
Ryan Giggs was always an idol of mine growing up. He played me and you. He was always played in my position, very direct player. So I aspired to be like him. Definitely Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, left foot as well.
Left foot, yeah.
Very similar player.
You don't got the hair, but
Haven't got the hair. I keep my hair, which is great. I choose to do this.
This is deliberate.
This is deliberate. Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can see if there are any deliberate goals in there. If it was a deliberate goal in goal of the week, huh? Let's have a look. Here's goal of the week for round 19 in the NPL men's competition.
Saric beats one. Kanak collects on the right wing. Back to Saric. Saric toes it to Jurasevski, who has Fig on calling at the top of the box. He doesn't need him! Alex Jurasevski has curled that ball around the earth and into the back of the net to give Rockdale the lead. Alex Jurasevski, take a bow. As we look at the replay, Jurasevski puts his head down and strikes. Take a picture and put in a textbook. That is class.
What do you guys think of that strike?
yeah, not bad. It's something
Goal.
you'll do.
Opens his body up well and hits it nice and clean. Great
That was
strike.
Alec Jurasevski from the Rockdale City Suns, so congratulations, Alex, on that strike.
I can't believe I didn't get a name there.
That's awesome.
Mine. All of the week, yeah. Not too bad, Chester, something like that. 1-2 finish.
That was a good one. It was
good goal,
nice.
matey.
Very nice setup, yep.
I do what I do.
Matt, you were in the NPL a few years back with Sydney Olympic. Tell us about that and how you came about playing with the Rydalmere Lions as well as your captaincy.
Well, I was with Sydney Olympic and with some other NPL 1 teams, but then going overseas, coming back as well, and coming back to the NPL 1, I decided I didn't have the time and for the 3 nights and training and all that, and there was younger players coming on,
Yeah.
so I go down the league and help Rydalmere, Tony Basher, try to get promotion. And captaincy came along. He called me one night and he goes, "Look, do you want to take the captaincy? Is it something that you are ambitious about?" And I'm like, "Look, at the end of the day, you want me to be the captain? I'll be the captain. I'll lead by example."
How long have you been captain? When was this?
I was captain second half of the season last year
Right.
and this year as well. So
How are you finding it?
No, good.
Yeah.
Well, you can't talk to the refs anymore. So
So that's one of the downsides, is it?
Yeah, it's something that you want to find out why. Is it a free kick sometimes? But they don't give you much.
Nothing.
They say if you want to talk, you get a yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
So, no, but in the change rooms they do listen to young boys, Not just me, they listen to the experienced players like Mayora as well, and Simon Zara, so more experience. So, but
it is a leadership role as well, so it comes with other skills and comes with other development opportunities. Good on you. And Rydalmere is hoping to gain promotion in the NPL2 next year. How's that looking for you, and what would it mean for a club like Rydalmere?
I think it will mean a lot to not just Rydalmere. If Fraser gets promoted, it'll mean a lot to both clubs. Because we are pushing for promotion, and as you can see, like last weekend, it showed on the park. Even when the crowd just ran on, it means a lot to both clubs, not just one club. So if we do get promoted, I think they'll be celebrating for months.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing at all.
So it actually sounds like a good thing. But how we see everything as a club, we take each game as it comes. We don't see 6 weeks later or 6 weeks down the track, we see it each week.
Yeah, focus on that one.
So, yeah.
Well, speaking of which, you're playing against the Western New South Wales Mariners this weekend. How are you feeling about the game, and what can we expect?
Well, we had a light session on Tuesday. Tonight we'll have a full impact session. All players are involved. There's a few players with a bit of injuries from last weekend's match, but we still got young players coming through. We've got second graders, that they'll pull up their socks if they get the call up to play a position. That's a good thing about Rydalmere and Tony Basher. He gives young players a go.
An opportunity. And what does a light session look like versus a full impact session, as you said?
Light session is stretching, running, bit of possession, but full impact sessions are put your shin pads on.
Right, enough said.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck in the game then. Peter, you're a former Australian beach football international player.
Yeah.
Tell us about that and some of the countries you've played in.
So it started in 2009, went to Dubai for a qualifier, and it was awesome.
Wow.
Never qualified for a World Cup. Been to many qualifiers, been to Tahiti, Qatar, Dubai, Thailand, and got to play great sport in so many beautiful countries. It's awesome.
Does it differ in each country? What kind of differences are there in each from country to country? And talk us about beach football.
Yeah, so beach
it's
football.
It's not as common.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, so it's obviously 5v5, and you've got no shoes on, no socks, and the idea is to get the ball off the sand. So you've got to have a good touch and quite good technique to be able to play in the air. And we had a few boys like Payne Nickers, David Drillich, Jimmy Backus, a few guys like that who know how to play quite well, and we pushed that far 1 year to almost qualify for a World Cup in Tahiti, and we missed out by a goal in the last second against Japan. So you come against teams like Japan, Qatar, and you think these guys have got no sand, but they play the sport very well.
Wow.
And it's a beautiful sport. It's awesome.
Right. And so you said 2009. How long were you doing that?
Yeah, so 2009. So every second year we'd go away for a qualifier. So it stopped in 2016.
Why did it stop?
Just FFA pulled the funding, like they've done now with futsal. Yeah, so and that sort of just stopped it, unfortunately. It's a shame because I think that sport could do very well here in Australia because it's got so many beautiful beaches.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully.
Hopefully
Be
one
good to
day.
see it back. Yeah.
Didn't Zulich have a...
Yeah, Driller was one of our...
Sunday?
Yeah, he sort of tried to get it going again, but it was just hard. He was trying to us to get games.
Never say never, right? Never say never.
Yeah, I know.
You have a former Socceroo player in Jason Kulina as part of your coaching staff. Tell us about the experience that he brings to Fraser Park and also his coaching style.
Yeah, Jace came on board halfway through last year with us, with Branko, and he's awesome. He's great. Everyone respects him. He's got great ideas. His idea of football and the way he wants to play is brilliant. And last night we were just talking in the change room, and to hear that he's played with Ibrahimovic, his players, alongside in the same change room for years, it's inspiring for the young boys and myself to hear that that's our coach now. Yeah. He's awesome.
Well, you do a bit of coaching yourself, don't you?
I do,
Tell
yes.
us about that.
Yeah, so I have a company called Ready City Go Kids, and we're a multi-sport program for kids, and we teach them how to play sport, not just soccer, tennis, AFL, cricket, and we're getting those kids at a young age to love and want to play sport.
That's great.
Yeah,
How long have you been doing that? When was that established?
About 6 years ago now. Yeah, so
God,
heaps
kicking.
of kids around New South Wales do our program. It's brilliant.
Oh,
yeah.
good on you. And the response has been
It's awesome.
great.
I think sport is so important for kids.
What do you love about it? That
Um,
particular aspect.
well, in particular, like Maddie. I mean, we're opponents, but I've known Maddie for years just through sport,
Oh, there you
through
go.
football.
The
And I think
relationships.
that's what football and sport does. You know, you build these bonds with people you see once, twice a year, but it's great, you know.
The relationships in the community. Right.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
good one. Guys, before I let you go, as there is
Patting me,
tradition.
bro?
What's happening?
Pardon me.
He's okay.
It's a love-hate relationship.
I'm going on. I don't want to interrupt the moment. I'll let you do shout-outs. Anyone you want to say hello to or send a message to it down the bottom.
Say hello to my kids, and my beautiful partner at home, and the boys that ride on me. So I'll see you guys tonight.
My wife, Natalia, the boys at Fraser Park, love you all, and Punny Nickers, happy birthday.
Let's have a look at the fixtures for round 20. On Saturday, the Sutherland Sharks will host Sydney FC 6:30pm at Seymour Shore. At 7pm, the Wollongong Wolves will play the Bonnyrigg White Eagles at Bonnyrigg Sports Club. Also at 7pm, Hakoah Sydney City East will host Parramatta FC at Hensley Athletic Field. And at 7:45pm, the Apia Leichhardt Tigers will take on Manly United at Lambert Park. On Sunday, 3pm at Lilies Football Centre, we'll see Blacktown City play the Rockdale City Suns. And at 4pm, Sydney United 58 will host Sydney Olympic at Sydney United Sports Centre. This game will be live streamed on the NPL Facebook page, rather. A special mention to the NPL men's teams playing in last night's Westfield FFA Cup round of 32. Of course, the Bankstown Berries upset the Metro Stars 2-1 and Hakoah Sydney City East 6-3 over Hills United in an extra time thriller. That's it from us tonight. Thank you again to our guests Matt Mayora and Peter Crevani. We'll end tonight's show with a short video of Greek legend Stelios Giannakopoulos wishing the Bankstown Berries the best of luck before last night's clash. Have a lovely evening. I'm Sirine Demachkie.
Hello guys, Bankstown Berries. I wish you all the best to the next round of the FFA Cup. I'm here with your friend Nikos. We're in the gym together here in Paros, Greece, having a great time. I wish you all the best. Have a good season. All the best.